We, the souls, we live in a very beautiful world. We live in a spiritual world and a physical world, also known as the inner and the outer. And these two parts that make up the one reality is very much beautiful. We don't live in a bad world. We're so grateful and lucky that we live in a world where nobody is alone. You know, you hear it a lot in the whole non-duality thing and the oneness thing, which is a wrong interpretation of the understanding that everything is the same being. It's just one being, one consciousness that's in a lot of bodies. But that's not the case. Verily, we are all different. We're all unique. We're all not the same being. Our bodies are made of similar fabrics. Maybe the soul's too. I don't know if the soul even has a form. But we're all different, infinitely different, with different memories, different futures, different positionings in the world, different circumstances, different stances amongst others. And we all need to. The main thing that we should all be pursuing is spiritual excellence. What is spiritual excellence? Spiritual excellence is what will give forth blessings to one's life. Spiritual excellence is always doing what is right and never doing what is wrong. You know, God, if you believe in the scriptures, or if you want to feel your own conscience and see if something is right or wrong, you know, we all have that sort of like spiritual GPS compass inside of us. We all have egos too. We all have a dark side inside of us. We all want to be sometimes a little bit greedy, or a little bit mean, or a little bit selfish or envious or jealous. You know, these kind of things aren't going to lead to spiritual excellence. And when we do it, we know it in our hearts that it's wrong. But that's, you know, the whisperings of the devil that tells us to do that. The ego is what the devil likes to get to our souls through. But though the devil cannot be killed off ever, you know, the ego won't go away. We have to fight against the ego, especially when it's very strong, but always, really, obviously. So the soul wants to be healthy. It wants to be loved by everybody. It wants to be in harmony with the universe. It wants to be joyful. It wants to be healthy. It doesn't want to be in hardship internally. No one wants anxiety, right? No one wants depression. So, like I said, we live in a spiritual world, and this requires spiritual effort to always do what is right and never do what is good. Because what are the promises of God in the scriptures? Some of the promises is that bad is going to be punished and good is going to be rewarded. So why is it so difficult to just do always good if we know this? Because we don't have faith, we don't have belief, we don't have understanding. We can't see into the future much. All we know is, you know, what we are going to do here now. And if anything does happen in the future, we kind of close our eyes, you know, from looking into the future much sometimes, because we want to be selfish, but we don't understand that selfishness doesn't hurt others only. It also hurts the self, the soul of the person doing it, because the soul dies a little bit. You know, it says in the scriptures in the Quran that when a person does a sin, they sin against their own soul. That's very powerful. And, you know, God doesn't want bad for us. He doesn't want hardship for us. He wants ease for us. This means that He wants everything to be good with us. He's going to help us if things go wrong with us. He's going to let us know that when everything is right in the world around us, that's when it's okay to kind of go through a little bit of a tough time if we deserve it. You know, but this is a beautiful world. Nobody's alone. We're not all the same being. It's not like we're playing this retarded game of like everybody's all alone and we're just, you know, manipulating consciousness, you know, modulating consciousness to feel like we're not alone. No, everybody's different. You know, that's the beauty of life. Everybody's different. Nobody's alone. Not in the physical, not in the spiritual. And though there certainly is a lot of hard and kind of bad things, for example, running a society is very difficult. You have to build buildings, you have to take care of each other, you have to have hospitals, you have to have food supplied. You need to not run out of material. These are some of the hard things of the physical world. But even through this, even through everything, spiritual excellence is something everyone needs to be and should be going after, so that they can feel happy and well, and always be hopeful for the soul. The soul needs to be hopeful and faithful that everything will turn out fine if things are bad, but really just seek spiritual excellence so that it can be happy and healthy and ease.